When we think about straight teeth, most of us probably picture that perfect, camera ready smile. But what if I told you that's just scratching the surface? Today, we're going to go under the hood and explore the incredible science behind clear aligners and what it really means to build a healthy, functional bite that's designed to last a lifetime. So let's start with the big question right out of the gate. Is there really a difference between just having straight teeth and having a truly healthy bite? And yeah, there's a huge one. See, modern orthodontics isn't just about aesthetics anymore. It's a science, and it's all about your long-term functional health. That's exactly what we're going to unpack. So here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll look beyond that perfect smile. Then we'll dive into the problem with bites. After that, we'll get into the really cool science of how these aligners actually move your teeth. We'll also check out the amazing digital precision that makes it all possible, and then we'll take a little peek into the future. The whole goal of orthodontics has done a complete 180 in recent years. It's not just about lining up your teeth so they look good in a photo. The real goal now is optimizing your bite. That's the precise way your upper and lower teeth meet, to give you long-term stability and, really, lifelong health. And this is why it matters so much. A misaligned bite isn't just some small cosmetic issue. Over time, it can cause some really serious cascading problems. We're talking about wearing down your precious enamel way too early, leading to painful jaw joint problems. You might have heard of TMJ disorders, and in some cases, it can even cause chronic facial pain. So fixing your bite is a massive investment in your future health. So there's a fancy clinical term for all these bite problems. It's called malocclusion. And all it really means is a misalignment between your teeth and your jaws. Let's take a look at some of the most common types you'll see. Okay, so this table breaks it down pretty clearly. You've got your overbite, which is that deep vertical overlap. Sometimes it's so deep the lower teeth can actually hit the roof of your mouth. Then there's an underbite, where the lower teeth stick out in front of the uppers. That can even affect your speech. And a crossbite is where some of the upper teeth actually get tucked inside the lower ones. Each one has a totally different clinical goal, right? Whether it's expanding an arch or gently tipping teeth outward. Now here are two that people mix up all the time, so let's clear this up. Think of it this way. An overbite is a vertical problem. It's all about how much the top teeth cover the bottom ones. An overjet, on the other hand, is a horizontal problem. That's how far the top teeth stick out in front of the bottom ones, what people sometimes call buck teeth. Totally different issues, totally different ways to fix them. All right, now for the main event. How in the world does a simple-looking piece of plastic actually move teeth that are anchored firmly in your jawbone? This is where the biomechanics get incredibly cool. Let's break down exactly how it works. So it all comes down to a really simple idea: push versus pull. Think about traditional braces. They work by gluing a bracket to your tooth and using a wire to basically pull the tooth where it needs to go. Clear aligners do the exact opposite. They completely encase the tooth, which lets them apply a gentle, very specific push force. And that little push is what kicks off this whole amazing process. And this is where the real biological magic happens. So when that aligner pushes on your tooth, your body basically calls in a tiny, specialized renovation crew. In the direction the tooth is moving, you have cells called osteoclasts. They're the demolition team, and they clear away bone to make a path. Then, on the other side, where the tooth's ligament is getting stretched, you have osteoblasts. That's the construction crew, and they get to work building new bone to lock the tooth into its new, better position. It's this incredible, constant, and perfectly controlled cycle of remodeling. And just how controlled is this? Get this. Each individual aligner tray is designed to move your teeth a maximum of just 0.2 millimeters. I mean, think about how incredibly tiny that is. That super gradual, gentle movement is exactly what makes the whole process not only really effective, but also super safe for the roots of your teeth and all the bone around them. Now, you can't get that kind of precision by accident, right? This level of control is only possible because of a really sophisticated digital workflow. Every single tiny movement is planned out with meticulous detail right from the very start. This is where you see advanced technology and healthcare come together beautifully. The whole thing is this 4-step digital journey. It all starts with a 3D scan. So no more of those goopy, uncomfortable impression trays, which is great. And that creates a perfect digital twin of your mouth. Then powerful AI software maps out the safest, most efficient path for every single tooth. And here's the best part. You actually get to see a 3D simulation of your entire treatment from start to finish before you even begin. It's only after you approve it that the custom aligners get made. And how precise is that initial scan we were talking about? Well, the tech captures detail down to 50 microns. Now, to put that in perspective, a single human hair is about 70 microns wide. So the entire foundation of your treatment is built on a model of your mouth that is literally more detailed than a strand of hair. That's a level of precision we're dealing with here. Now, with all this high-tech stuff, you got to talk about safety. This is a medical device that's going in your body after all. That's why regulatory approvals from bodies like the FDA are so incredibly important. They're a crucial check to make sure the device and its materials have gone through rigorous testing to be non-toxic, non-irritating, and completely safe for you to use long-term. Okay, so we've covered the why and the how. Now let's wrap this up by looking at the advantages this technology gives you today and what the future of orthodontics is starting to look like. The advantages are huge, and they're not just about how your teeth look. Clinically, because you can take the aligners out, you can brush and floss like normal, that's a massive win for your gum health. From a lifestyle perspective, there are no metal wires or brackets, so they're way more comfortable. They're practically invisible, and they're much friendlier to your gums because they don't create all those little plaque traps that braces do. And the innovation is not slowing down, not even a little bit. By 2035, we could be seeing aligners that are 3D printed with variable thickness, so stiffer where you need an anchor and more flexible where you need movement, all in one piece. And by 2050, we might have smart aligners made from polymers that can literally adapt and change shape inside your mouth, maybe even cutting treatment times in half. The future is going to be incredibly dynamic and personalized. And really, this quote just sums it all up perfectly. This isn't just about vanity. It's a profound investment in two things at once: the confidence that comes with a beautiful smile, and just as important, the lifelong benefit of having a healthy, functional bite. So we'll leave you with this to think about. It's not just about how your smile looks right now, but about how it's going to function for all the years ahead. Is your smile really built for a lifetime? Thanks for joining us for this explainer.